Hey YouTube, this is Kaiser. I'm going to do a deck profile here for, this is Cocytus Breakride, regular Cocytus, not the reverse. This is like a good option to look at if you want to play Grandblue, but you don't want to play a reverse deck, like if you're planning to play on a defender team versus a reverse team. So, get started. For our starting Vanguard, we have Captain Nightkid. I tend to prefer him right now in most Grandblue builds just because he helps set up your combos very consistently, so that's why I like him. For our triggers, we have 4 Vanilla Crit, 4 Banshees, we have 4 Draws, and our 4 Heals. Pretty standard. I wouldn't suggest doing very much draw power, because in Grandblue you have draw power from effects and you have to mill a few cards sometimes, so I wouldn't really suggest very much draw power outside or within the trigger lineup. For grade 1s, we have our 4 Perfect Guards, 4 Samurai Spirit. He's our revivable solid 7k booster. We use him to retire off things we don't want in the field in exchange for better power and continue our combos and stuff. And then we have 3 Banshee, so we can revive her off our effects, get +1s, then trade her off for like Samurai Spirit. And then we have our 3 Dragon Spirit, so this is a Cocytus deck, and it needs a little bit extra firepower along with its advantage grade from reviving to get the full pluses on your turn, pluses on your side, minuses on the opponent's side. So, and it helps build. Sometimes you can use it to make a rear guard column that can hit 21. So, onto the grade 2s. We have 4 Pietro. He is in here mostly because we're playing regular Cocytus, and the trick with that card is managing to have 2 face-up damage by the time you get to turn 3, as well as setting up a grave for something to revive, which can be tricky if your opponent knows what they're doing and isn't just going to give you that 2 face-up damage easily. Because if you have to counterblast with your Captain Nightkid to set up that drop zone, you're not going to have the 2 damage very easily if your opponent has it their way. So he helps as a good turn 2 Vanguard ride to flip that damage face up, as well as on the rear guard applying pressure. And to assist with that same problem, we're running just 1 Ruin Shade. Don't want to run a lot because she doesn't do a ton of stuff. She's mostly to help out with the same job as him. You can use her mill to get cards in the drop zone, so that when you ride Cocytus turn 3, if you have to ride him before the Breakride, that you're still going to be fine. And she can hit good numbers through her skill as well. You don't want to use her too many times in the same game though. And then we have 3 Deadly Spirit, a revivable 9k interceptor. You use him to trade off things on the field you don't want for this 9k interceptor. And then our last grade 2, 3 Dragon Crowed. This thing is like our beat stick that helps us push for endgame moves. When you revive him off the Breakride, he'll be a 17 by himself. Revived just by Cocytus, he'll be a 12. So yeah, he just is there for a little bit extra firepower. Usually you end up calling him off the Breakride if you're going to do it, just because he's going to be so big from that. Even a 6k behind him will hit 23, and a 6k behind him will hit 23. If you revive, like let's say the Banshee, and she's got a plus from the Breakride, and then so if you wanted to pair up 2 cards that you call off the Breakride, there would be a, let's say you called Banshee 11 plus 27, so you'd be hitting 28. And onto our grade 3s, we have our 4 Breakrides and our 4 Cocytus. if you want like a guide on how to play the deck's combos and stuff, you can make reference to the tutorial I made for the reverse Breakride. They share a lot of the same combos. So, yep. Thank you for watching.